If you were Harry Houdini and you got buried alive, as he often did, what would you have to do? You would have to burrow out, right? You know, you would burrow a tunnel to get out. Well, I couldn't help but think of something when I thought of Harry Houdini burrowing his way out of being buried alive. Well, not so much something as someone. Yeah, it made me think of Cincinnati Bengals star quarterback Joe Burrow. And well, I couldn't help but notice something about Joe Burrow.
Escapes another hit, throws into the end zone, touchdown to Chase Brown, the remarkable Joe Burrow.
Houdini back there. Huh? Like Houdini back there. He is Houdini. I don't know how the gets out of half the Houdini, bro.
He's Houdini, bro. They even have a Bengals documentary, and an entire episode is called Houdini. And I don't know about you, but I see some similarities there. There's a very certain look they both have. They even passed the symmetry test. I mean, eyes, nose, mouth, even that little butt chin in the exact same place that they both have. Just slightly off center of their lips. Just slightly off. And their noses look similar, their smirks look similar, even their eyebrows look pretty similar. And I couldn't help but notice that Joe was wearing a 740 Ohio area code number. An area where Houdini performed numerous times throughout his career. Oh, and you know what else I found interesting is that the Houdini North building is one of Amazon headquarters, main towers. And well, it was sold in 2019. You want to guess how much it was sold for? Oh, 740 million. And you want to know what happened also in 2019? Oh, no big deal. It just happened to be the year that Joe Burrow won the Heisman, went 15-0, and won the national championship. But I mean, I know this is totally off the wall crazy because I mean, there are pictures of Joe Burrow as a child. They couldn't be the same person. Well, you're sure that one, those pictures are real and that AI hasn't been around for centuries? And two, are you sure they can't just age reduce? Let me show you something. First, I mean, they had to be telling us something with the story Benjamin Buttons, right? They were telling us something there. Now let me show you something very interesting. And keep in mind, the photos from Harry Houdini were pretty old, so it was a little difficult, but there's a little blemish right there, right where there's a dark spot, right in the exact same place. And then there's also a lined scar there, and a lined scar right there in the exact same place. But now this is where it gets very interesting. I see a V there. It's almost like a brand, and yet not as easy to see there as here. I think I still see it. You tell me. Do you see that line there? Seems to correspond there. What do you think? I see something there. Harry, Joe. I'd also like to point out that they do mock us with their names. It's not just accident that his name is Burrow and he's called Houdini, and Harry Houdini was buried alive and almost died and had to literally burrow his way out. I've done videos on this before, like how John Candy is now Luke Combs, and they mock us with the name. Luke and John are both gospel names. Combs is sweet, like a honeycomb. Candy is sweet. Dale Earnhardt is now Morgan Wallen, and Dale Earnhardt hit a wall. That's how he died. Dale Earnhardt hit a wall. Morgan Wall in. Harry Houdini, who just happened to frequent the 740 area code, had to burrow his way out on numerous occasions. Now I realize the mind-bending mental gymnastics that most of you have to go through to even comprehend or even give this a 1% chance, but that's because we've all been shown the world as a very different thing than where we truly live. In my world, where we actually live, anything is possible, including shape-shifting fallen angels who can get younger, live life out again, and then just keep doing it, like they tell us with vampires. And remember, Fallen angels are referred to as stars in the Book of Enoch. You know who has a Hollywood star? Entertainment only, though, of course. I don't really think Joe Burrow used to be Harry Houdini and they rub it in her face over and over and over again. No, that's just my imagination running wild on me. Entertainment only.